Hi VSS. My name's Matt Groh, and I'm a graduate student at the MIT Media Lab. I work on the problem of misinformation, and I'd like to share with you a project on a kind of visual misinformation that is a collaboration with Ziv Epstein, Rosalind Picard, and Chaz Firestone. To get us started though, I'd like to do something a little different and hand things over to a special guest, Tom Cruise.
He's going to introduce to you the wonderful world of deepfakes, how AI and VFX are unlocking the future of our imagination.
That's not Tom Cruise introducing our VSS talk. That's a deep fake. So deep fakes are videos that have been manipulated to make someone appear to do or say something that they haven't really done or said. So what's the best way to tell whether a video is a deep fake? Well, that's the question that motivated our research project here today. In this talk, I'll briefly provide a background into what deepfakes are and why it's important to counteract their influence. Then I'll share a bit about a new project we have started comparing state-of-the-art deepfake detection models to ordinary people. I'll share the really awesome stimulus set we use to answer this question, and I'll share results on when and why humans and machines perform differently. For a bit more background, let me show you what deepfakes look like behind the scenes. The Tom Cruise deepfake was created by Chris Ume, a visual effects artist, and Miles Fisher, an actor who really looks like Tom Cruise, using the latest technology in computer vision and neural networks to essentially perform a digital face transplant. On the left is the impersonator, and on the right is the deepfake of Tom Cruise. Now, this is fun when it's Tom Cruise, but this kind of technology is worrisome. Ever since we're able to capture events on camera, a video of someone doing something has been one of the strongest pieces of evidence that the event actually happened. Now, in a media ecosystem that already has a problem with misinformation, the introduction of convincing deepfakes can really magnify the misinformation problem. So, how should we defend against deepfakes? Well, one potential solution that many technology companies are exploring is to develop machine learning models to detect these deepfakes. And this seems quite reasonable. After all, recent advances in deep learning are matching or surpassing the performance of humans in both complex strategy games and also a wide variety of visual classification tasks, including identifying images, reading text, and even diagnosing medical conditions from images. Given the superhuman performance, we might expect machine learning algorithms to outperform ordinary people and even experts at deepfake detection. And indeed, researchers at the intersection of cognitive science and media forensics have shown that ordinary people are generally unaware of how to reason about what are sometimes called physical implausibility clues, such as inconsistencies in shadows, inconsistencies in reflections, and perspective distortions. On the other hand, computer vision models can be trained to quickly pick up on these clues, so we might expect machines to significantly outperform humans at deepfake detection. But maybe not. Deepfakes are defined by synthetic face manipulations, and as everyone here knows, the human visual system is specially equipped for face perception. The fusiform face area is specialized for face processing, and human infants show a sensitivity to faces even before being exposed to them. In adults, inverting a face makes it harder to recognize, and this inversion cost is greater for faces than non-face objects. Likewise, misaligning parts of a face make facial recognition more difficult. So, since the most concerning deepfakes involve facial manipulations, humans might actually be very good at identifying these sorts of manipulated media. Surprisingly though, nobody knows whether this is the case. There's also almost no data on how well humans can identify deepfakes. And so here we aim to provide these data and also to compare how humans do to how the very best machine learning algorithms do. Our approach to comparing human and machine performance on this task takes advantage of a recent competition called the Deepfake Detection Challenge, or DFDC. It was a machine learning competition hosted last year for predicting which videos are deepfakes and creates a perfect opportunity for us to examine human versus machine performance. The dataset in this challenge consists of 20,000 original videos and over 100,000 corresponding deepfakes created from these videos. All videos are 10 seconds long, depicting nearly 1,000 different unknown actors making uncontroversial statements in nondescript locations. There was $1 million in prize money, and over 2,000 teams submitted models to the competition. The winning model achieved an accuracy score of 65% on the holdout dataset, which consisted of half deepfake and half real videos. Now, random guessing would have had an expected accuracy of 50%. So now we can ask our core question: how good is this 65%? And how would ordinary people have done in similar circumstances? But before that, first let's see how well you do at detecting a deepfake. I'll play 2 videos side by side like we do in experiment 1 of our project. One video is a deepfake and one video is original. Let's see how this goes.
You're really happy. Okay, and then you're sad now. Very, very sad. Okay, you're surprised. You're really happy. Okay, and then you're sad now. Very, very sad. Okay, you're surprised.
That man was not mustachioed at the time of filming. So to uncover how well people do at this task, we created a website and ran several experiments that had a mix of organic traffic and subjects recruited from the online platform Prolific. The website is live and you can view it at this URL at the top of the screen. In experiment 1, each trial looked just like what you saw a moment ago. 2 videos side by side, one of which was a deepfake. In experiment 2, we presented participants with a single video. Here's what the website looks like. Rather than asking them a binary question, we asked them to share how confident they are that a video is a deepfake or not. Then they submit and they see another video. Now it's time to discuss the results of how well people do at detecting deepfakes. In the first experiment, we showed 56 pairs of videos side by side, and the average accuracy across the 25,000 trials was 80%. So, in this 2 alternative forced choice paradigm, humans outperform the best machine learning algorithms. In experiment 2, we randomly sampled 50 videos from the 4,000 videos in the competition holdout set. We had 2 groups of participants. One group was 304 individuals from Prolific. The other group was 9,118 individuals who visited our website via organic internet traffic. Between the 2 groups, participants are accurate in 66 to 72% of trials. Now, the model accurately identifies 80% of videos in the sample, which is more accurate than it does on the entire holdout set, and more accurate than people are in experiment 2. But on a direct comparison, 13 to 37% of participants outperform the computer vision model. So even though in the second experiment the model outperforms most people, there is still a sizable number of human subjects who are performing better than the leading model. Moreover, other analyses show that humans perform better than it might seem here. For example, a wisdom of crowds perspective, where we average participants' responses, we find that the crowd mean is just as accurate as the computer vision model on this sample. Moreover, when we exclude videos that were too blurry or too pixelated, then we find that the crowd mean and the model accuracy are both the same level, 85%. So experiment 1 showed that humans perform better than the best computer vision model, and experiment 2 showed somewhat comparable performance. In other words, completely ordinary, untrained human observers perform as well or better than the very best machine learning model at detecting deepfakes. All the videos that we considered previously only have visual manipulations and involve unknown actors. But we've also run some experiments that might offer other clues. Here's an example.
America. You blame me for interfering with your democracy, but I don't have to. You are doing it to yourselves.
When we showed deepfake videos of Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un, the model was incorrect and confidently so, while the crowd mean was quite accurate. Our results are at odds with a commonly held view in media forensics that ordinary people are generally not very good at visually detecting media manipulations. But why? Why are ordinary people on par with and sometimes better than the leading computer vision model? As I alluded to earlier, we had a hunch that holistic face processing may play a role, and we design one last experiment to test it. In the recruited sample, each participant saw 20 videos, randomly sampled from the 50 holdout videos, and 4 political videos. We randomly assigned the videos participants saw to one of 4 conditions: a control video with no holistic obstruction, an inverted video, a misalignment video, and a partial occlusion video. Here's what one example of these 4 types of holistic interventions looks like.
Well, we need sleep to re-energize our body, and I feel like if you don't sleep...
Relative to the control videos, participants do 4 to 6% worse on videos with holistic processing obstructions, and this is all significant at the p is less than 0.01 level, which seems to confirm some aspect of our hypothesis. Manipulations that are known to disrupt holistic face processing also impair deepfake detection. So how about computer vision model? Well, in a similar manner, the computer also does worse when videos are upside down. But in contrast, the computer performs just the same whether videos are misaligned or partially occluded. So holistic processing might play a role in the human advantage for detecting deepfakes. We've also run some other experiments that I won't have time to share here. For example, we find that people are better at generalizing to stylistically new contexts like political speakers and videos with more than one person. In addition to the human and machine comparisons, our corresponding paper explores how access to model predictions change participants' responses. We also explored how emotions affect participant responses. Our results show that moderation of video-based misinformation is likely to be more accurate when performed by groups of moderators than today's best algorithms, and that research in vision science can help us make sense of rapid changes in technology. Thank you for checking out our work.